Purchasing with Farm to Preschool, tips, tricks, and questions. First off, what can I purchase? For New Mexico grown food, you can purchase fruits, vegetables, grains, and herbs. You cannot purchase meat, dairy, baked goods, or nuts, even if it's from the farmer down the road. For more information, please see the allowable purchases list linked in the notes below. For non-food items, you can purchase any item that supports your farm to preschool goals for gardening, nutrition education, or serving local food. For big or unusual items like refrigerators, contact us first. If you need ideas on what to buy, let us know and we can brainstorm with you. Who are approved vendors? For New Mexico grown, please use a farmer from the approved supplier list. This is a list of farmers who meet safety standards for food served in preschools and schools. For non-food items, any vendor is fine. We encourage you to support local businesses like the local nursery and hardware store in your community. How about some pro tips for receipts and invoices? Firstly, keep farm to preschool purchases on a separate receipt or invoice. This means pay for the toilet paper and the toys on a separate purchase. Also, make sure your invoice has all the information we need: receipt or invoice number, date, supplier name and phone number, itemized list of purchases, type of unit like pounds or bushels, price per unit, and total price. Also, make sure all steps are included, such as discounts, shipping, tax, etc. Your receipts or invoices should not look tampered with. This means don't include strikeouts, whiteouts, or anything else that might make it look like the receipt has been altered. Here's an example of a good receipt to submit. It looks like they are buying a lot of planters for a really big garden. What's good about this receipt is that it only includes farm to preschool purchases. Yep, no toilet paper here. The receipt has all the information we need: receipt number, date, everything. Also, the receipt is clear and easy to read. Here are some not so good examples. First off, the receipt on the left is blurry and the items are difficult to read. What does it say on the first line? I'm not so sure. For the receipt on the right, you can read the items purchased, but the information below is hard to read, and there's some important information down there. For example, where is the date? We need this to reimburse your purchase. Also, you can see that both receipts have many items crossed off, including a speaker and pet supplies, which are definitely not farm to preschool purchases. What these centers should have done is ask the cashier to ring up the pet supplies and speakers separately, so they don't appear on these receipts. Again, put your farm to preschool purchases on a separate receipt. Here's another not so good example. This invoice is for compost and mulch. Let's make it a little bigger so it's easier to see. I've gone and blocked out the name of the supplier and the billing and shipping addresses for confidentiality. You can see that the compost cost $660 and the mulch was $600, but the subtotal was $63, which is weird because it should be $1,260. You see, what happened was that a local soil company gave the center a huge discount, which is awesome, but it's not listed on this invoice. Please list any discounts on your invoice to make sure every step in the calculation is shown. How do I get reimbursed? Submit your receipts and invoices within 30 days of purchase. This is very important. We need to issue reimbursements within a timely manner. Don't forget to include the tracker. Here's a picture of the tracker. You can also find it linked in the notes below. Be sure to list each item you purchased in the tracker, filling out the rows as you go. And remember to include the invoice or receipt number as well. When you submit your receipts, please put them in chronological order and send them to Pam Mitchell and Corey Vandergeest. If you submit by the 15th of the month, you will be reimbursed within 30 days. So, in summary, what can I purchase? Anything within reason, except for meat, dairy, nuts, and baked goods. Who are approved vendors? See the approved supplier list for New Mexico grown food. For non-food items, you can use any vendor. Pro tips for receipts and invoices: keep your farm to preschool purchases separate. How do I get reimbursed? Send receipts, invoices, and your expense tracker to Pam and Corey, and make sure to do this within 30 days. This is very important. This video is funded in part by the USDA Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. This institution is an equal opportunity provider.